War meets Battle Royale. That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say that I just clicked the record button, so if there ever is evidence of this, it's not going to include the first couple of minutes where we talked about Hunger Games, so that's my mistake. But, to reset, Slumber Games, we're still broadcasting, Jason. We're just not we didn't record that for the thing.
Yeah, we're still broadcasting. We just
Yeah.
weren't
I
recording
thought
this.
that-
No, Jason just got really mad there. No, we're definitely still broadcasting.
We got a couple of tweets. You want to read them?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I want you to read them.
Are you sure you? Okay. Stacy Pulowski says, "You guys are a lot of fun."
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
great.
man.
Stacey
Wow,
Pulowski.
Stacey Pulowski.
Yeah. And Mark Thorpe says,
Mark Thorpe.
You related to Jim Thorpe?
Mark Thorpe. That sounds like a robot alien.
he says he wants to see a Hunger Games and Twilight mashup, so they can kill off emotionless acting.
Heyo.
I would have liked to have seen Jennifer Lawrence hunt Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
That would have been great. What team are you on? All of them dead. That's
What
a
do you
team
mean
I'm
by
on.
hunt? Either way.
Yeah.
We should say it's Mark. What is it? What's that? What's their at? We should read their
At
thing.
MTO 1935.
MTO
Moldy toe?
1935.
Moldy toe.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you should just read Stacy Pulowski's when we just don't feel very good about ourselves. You guys are great. Oh, thanks, Stacy Pulowski. Yeah, so
Stacy, we think you are great.
yeah,
You're swell.
I did a show with. We talked about this on our last episode. Stacy Pulowski and I did a show for a 4-year-old girl, which was totally a highlight for me. Probably super scary for the 4-year-old and for Stacy Pulowski, I would imagine. But Stacy's a really funny comedian.
She also does her own show at I think a classic. Was it Classic Lanes that she does a show?
Yeah,
I don't.
bowling alley, yeah.
Yeah.
Bowling alley. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's called.
Local, giant of the comedic scene.
Stacey was
I don't know
actually-
how to say that even.
Stacey was actually part of our very first Cast of Killers show
Oh,
back
really?
in March of 2010.
Art Bar, right?
Yeah, Art Bar. It was a Last Laugh Thursday. Very first show was me, Damon, Andy Bolton. That was a fantastic show.
What was Andy like at his first shows that you saw him? Was that couldn't
Terrifying,
have been when he
absolutely
started.
terrifying.
As opposed to now, when
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
funny and
Huggable,
terrifying.
lovable. We should say, if you don't know who Andy Bolton is, he's I would describe him as a gigantic human, or
Missing Link. is a good
humanoid.
word.
Yeah.
lives under a bridge.
Lives under a bridge. He's super funny. He lives somewhere south of Milwaukee in a rock. It's like an actual rock that he lives in. But his humor is very rural, very rural based.
Rural.
Very rural. But that's great that Stacy was doing it then, and
Yeah.
she's tweeting us today telling us we're great. So
Stacey's actually one of the first comics I met. I met her through Melon Blossom.
how is she not jaded on you and like Cast of Killers 2 years in to like still be nice to people? What's the deal with that?
Wait, what?
She's like nice to people and she's been around you for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. She's just got a naturally effervescent personality that blocks out
There
the
you
kind of
go.
bullshit that we spew.
Yes,
Our aura.
Yes, it's true. It's true. We should also talk about how Hunger Games, like the style of it. Like I know that you guys are both very stylish.
Yeah.
I can say that because Jason wears flip flops in the cold, which
Yeah.
that's a style choice if you ask me. And Eric, he dresses himself. He dresses himself.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
What did you
Recently,
think?
just recently. Just
Just today.
started, yeah.
Today he did.
It was that
Usually in the dark.
it was that pseudo artistic nonsense that's kind of come about in the last decade in film, where they kind of this shaky cam
Yeah.
that pisses me off. It started with the Blair Witch Project, I think. It got really serious there with the found film footage genre, but people kind of use it to it's something that poor filmmakers use to seem like they're artistic when they're not. They're lazy. It's a lazy movie.
Yeah.
Where you don't actually have to
It
show
made me
things
lazy.
or set up. You don't have to set up a shot at all. You just kind of have to okay, guys, do this. And just,
Do they have a thing that shakes the camera? Or does the cameraman have to shake it?
I think they're carrying it around. Yeah.
Or is he on a surfboard and they're shaking the surfboard?
I think I think that's Michael J. Fox was their cinematographer.
That might be true. He knows a lot about film. He was in Teen Wolf. And well, think about that too. Like, does that mean that out there somebody is considered the best at shaking a camera? Like, that's probably something now, right?
Yeah, I would say that the guy who made Cloverfield is probably the best
at shaking the camera.
Yeah.
See, I would say probably Beyonce's butt.
Right, but how do you get a camera into that butt?
I
is
don't
the
wanna
question.
think
You probably
about
just
it. I
set
think-
it on top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Duct tape. It would work. We had our own battle royal lately too. There's been a comedy competition that's been going around. Everybody's caught it. It's called Battle Royale 2, and last night was the first one. Jason, you didn't get to show up to that one because you're too big for it.
Yeah, I got to perform in front of 10 people at Zany's in Chicago.
10 people?
Yeah, it was very humbling because they just kind of stared at me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd it go, though? I mean, did they laugh? Did the 10 people laugh?
Oh,
Did you get like 70% laughs?
There was 2 rows in the front, and they didn't laugh. They kind of gave me that, and I can't show you this right now, but it's kind of that, like, they cross their arms and they nod and they smile.
Oh, like an emo concert. They give you the emo concert.
Yeah.
When's the headliner coming on?
But it was good. It was
The
good.
Steve Breeze.
It was a good experience because what's interesting about that is, like, the guy who owns it, Bert Haas, what he likes to do is give a little talk beforehand,
Oh, really?
a little pep talk to everybody, where he kind of he stands there and he stares at you,
Sure.
and then he's like, I don't know, man, I don't know everything about comedy, but I do know some things, and I have some things to share with you guys.
You're not funny.
I know you guys are going to go up there and you think that that your material is perfect, but I'm telling you that there's going to be a couple of you who don't know how to structure a joke. Just so you know, and don't get mad at other comics when they do. You're going to come up with somebody who's going to get a TV show. Don't be mad at them. You're going to be doing shows with people that are going to be
Meanwhile,
better
you're
than
like,
you. Don't
if
be
you
mad
get
at
a
them.
TV show, I'll be mad at you.
But I mean, it was a good time and it's a good room, so it was a good time. But
That's good.
I'm sad that I missed the battle royale because
Yeah.
I heard it was excellent.
Yeah, it was excellent. I wish I could remember the names of all of the people that won. But I know Lara Bites is one of the people that went on to the finals, and she's a Cast of Killers regular. Super funny lady.
Fantastic woman.
Went up and told her jokes and killed it. I know that James Irvin Barry is one of the people that's going on.
Brian Morris made it, didn't he?
Out of
Yeah.
Madison?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And David
Yeah, the guy with the glasses. I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
there's a Z in his last name. I think it starts with an L.
But it's
so
not Zach-
Google him.
He's also from Madison.
Zagorowski.
He was really good.
Yeah, Madison really came out and killed it last night, which
Yeah,
was pretty
definitely.
cool to see that, their comedy scene is burgeoning,
Yeah,
the
they've
same
got-
way that Milwaukee is.
Got really, really good comics out in Madison.
Yeah.
I was actually performing with Chris Lay and J. Abandanza yesterday.
they
They
were
were
both
both
there.
hilarious Madison comics.
Sure. But what's so great about Madison? That's what I want to know. Like, those guys come to Milwaukee to do a show and to, be funnier than us. What's the big deal?
Well, I think they have I think there's a lot of comics in Madison.
No way. There can't be more than there are here. How dare you?
I think, and we're closer than Chicago, so it gives them an opportunity to perform on different stages,
We're
and we have a
easier
set
than
foundation.
Chicago.
Yeah.
like Chicago's
We're not as
slutty
arrogant
sister.
as I know that's hard to believe, but we're not as arrogant and as a lot of the scenes in there. It's very cliquey.
Yeah,
in
we're not
Chicago.
as arrogant, but we're just better. You
Yeah,
know, like,
it's-
we're just better.
We're so much better at being modest too.
Yeah.
We're like the best
I
at
mean, like,
modesty.
It's like some people come in here and they just think they own the place, but we own
yeah.
the place.
We
That-
have the
I
deed.
actually really appreciated, seeing some of the Madison comics, even some of the newer people that came out to the Battle Royale that, they didn't, it's funny because they might not have the courage to sign up for like an open mic because it's that extra pressure that gets them out to even come to,
Right.
to do their stuff, which is super, the opposite of me. Like, I want the low pressure one and then I'll work my way up. But there were people there that, like, you could tell, like, they were here because they wanted to prove that they were, they'd been working on something in a dark room somewhere, which is, it's sort of that, like, mentality, that bedroom mentality of the, the shadow boxer.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I can kick everybody's butt, but, like, when you actually get out there in the ring, it's kind of really tough. And
Yeah.
That's one of the first lessons you have to learn when you do comedy. Because beforehand, there's like all of these delusions you fill your head with. Was like, oh yeah, they're gonna love me. I'm gonna be really funny. And then you get out
Yeah.
there and you realize, guess what? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
material is terrible.
Yeah, I learned that. Still learning that. which is fun because I'm in the battle royale next week Wednesday.
Me too.
At Comedy Cafe. Plug. That was our first plug because because the camera feed went out last week because of a wino bum. But luckily Steve Breeze is here to fend off any wino bums. Did you bring any wine to scurry out the door with?
You had to put
No, you didn't?
Nothing?
What are you thinking? Yeah, we know you don't have any money. You should have asked us. You should
Boom
make
Farm.
your own wine,
Mad
is
Dog.
what we're saying.
Mad Dog, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, Battle Royale was really cool. I've never done a competition before, so I know you have.
A couple of them, yeah.
What's your first fear when you go into a competition? Like, what do you get afraid of?
Well, actually, now because of my experience with them, I don't really go into a contest expecting to win. I go there for
So
stage
much
time.
like the Hunger Games, you
Keep my expectations low.
that
right.
you will die.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, what were you talking about earlier? The contest at the 12-step
Yeah,
thing?
I love this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It used to be going into those was terrifying because you go in like, I'm gonna win. I'm so good. We're gonna blah blah blah. Me and Damon Millard did this contest. Damon Millard did this contest a couple of years ago through a comic we met at the open mic at Rounding Third named Billy. She was in a 12-step program, and she told us
Is it a
about
dance class?
Yes, yeah. A very stumbly dance class.
Okay.
And yeah, she told us about this comedy contest, so we decided to go out. It was her, Andy Bolton, me, and Damon, and it was urban. It was very urban, and that's the word people use when they
Yeah,
describe
sure.
a room full of black people. There was
Yeah.
a lot of black comics there, and the guy that had won before was this guy in the back. He was sitting there, just kind of watching over us in his 19-piece suit, just waiting there, waiting to win. And the first couple of comics go up, and they don't do that well. They don't really break through, and then it's me and Damon, and the announcer actually comes on stage and he's like, all right, let's get these white boys out of the way so we can get on to the real show.
Oh no!
And then Damon goes up there and just murders them just out of the blue, and everyone's shocked. I go up there, I kill it. And so the finals come along, and it's me and Damon and this other guy and a woman and somebody else, I forget who they were. And we go up there, and again, we kill it
Sure.
with what we have left. And then it comes down to a joke off, and it's me, Damon, and this guy that had won last year. Mm-hmm. And we had held off our best material at that time because we didn't have a lot of material at that time. We had
Sure.
maybe 15 minutes if we stretched it.
Yeah.
So we saved our best jokes for the last. So he goes up, and I think it was the born in a bar bathroom joke. I don't remember.
Sure.
But he does that, and it kills.
That
And
old gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I go up and I do the the snatch is sneaky.
Yeah.
And-
One of my favorites.
Yeah. And it kills them. And the guy went up there and he basically conceded. He just goes, you know what, whatever, and walks off.
Really?
And and me and Damon ended up taking first and second. I took first and he took second.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was awesome. We climbed up that hill together. That was like
Yeah.
our hamburger hill. I pretty much that pretty much solidified our friendship there because we'd been running
You
together.
survived a crazy run.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's an
That was a
awesome
fun
story, actually.
That's cool too, because it's those jokes just have a razor's edge after somebody says something like that. You're just like, I can't believe you just said that. Now I am going to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a really, a joke that's punchy and you know that if it hits that first one, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might be running out the door.
Right,
later.
right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the tightrope we walked because me and Damon were running in those rooms for 6 months because he had known D-Rock, which is another local comedian. We were doing Brooklyn's down on Fond du Lac for 6 months, and so we would walk that edge a lot by saying stuff we
Sure, I go
really
to Brooklyn's all the time.
That's your club.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been in a couple of contests, and after I've had mostly negative experiences with them. I mean, I'm not gonna. To be really honest, the couple of them were really obviously.
They're game
rigged.
set match, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, now I don't have any expectations when I go in. If I compete at the Comedy Cafe, I don't expect to win. I just go up there, I do a good job, and
Yeah.
I know. Last week, Sean Shellnut won
Yeah.
because he earned it. He
Right.
went up there and he got it, and that was.
He's one of the newer guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sean. He's cool.
The brunch rapist.
Yeah.
I gave him that nickname when I was drunk once, and I didn't have a reason why, but it's sticking. It's sticking, and good for him.
I'll tell you a good contest story. When I was working at Joker's Comedy Club, I put together this contest called Fame, and it was all audience
It
participation.
was a high school, and everybody danced and sang, and
Well, there's
to say that it was amazing.
there's a quote unquote dance club upstairs, so it seemed to make sense.
Dance club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exotic dance club. But every single competitor brought all of these people to vote for them, and then Damon didn't bring a single person.
Yeah.
And he went up there, did his set, and then started taunting them at the end. He's like, yeah, you know what? I don't even care if you vote for me. Don't vote for me. You better not vote for me. And so the audience took that as a call to arms.
Yeah.
So they all voted for him. He got like 90% of the vote.
Yeah.
I imagine like that's how Damon asks girls out to prom too. He's like, whatever, I don't even care.
Don't go to prom with me.
Don't go. I'm not even going.
Oh, like he could afford prom.
No, they don't have.
No,
prom.
I was in that contest too, and some of the people I brought with were like, I voted for Damon.
Oh no.
I was like, he did dare you to. So
Right. So in the interest of stacking the deck, if you're listening right now, go ahead and go to the cafe, the Comedy Cafe on Wednesday. I think it's the 11th.
April
Yeah.
11th.
April 11th. I think it starts at 7 or 8. You'll have to check
Eight,
the website.
8, I think.
8, he thinks.
I think. I'm not sure.
And only root for us. So that's very important. Do we have any tweets, Eric?
Oh yeah, we do.
Manning the 1s and 2s, Eric Thorson. He's looking at his phone. He voted today because he's wearing a sticker.
Yes, I did.
I think he only voted so he could get the free beer at Stonefly.
There's nothing more American than like taking part in your electoral process and then getting trashed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it is
I
depressing.
forget.
It is depressing.
Yeah.
Like, oh goodness, I voted.
This didn't mean anything.
Drink before in black. I'll be like, I don't even remember if I voted or not. Like,
Yeah.
I had the sticker. Or
I
something.
voted for Rock Santorum.
Oh my god, I voted. Oh my god.
You wake up with regret.
Who did I vote with yesterday?
You wake up next to a voted sticker.
You wake up next to a ballot. Like, oh no. Oh man. Just imagine there's a lot of ladies out there woken up next to a Chad that they were a little sorry to be next to.
All right, yeah, we got a couple. Jorbaz at Jorbaz wants to know why is the creepy guy with the mustache the only one ever on camera? Hashtag Killer Radio.
You pretty much
Money
described
maker.
why he's on camera.
I got a haircut today, and I shaved my mustache, so I didn't want these two slobs taking all of my thunder.
That's true.
We've only got one camera, and the last time we moved the camera, it unplugged, and that was when we tried to show the scary bum. So,
Yeah.
sorry,
I'm much more attractive if you
Jorbaz.
can't see my face as well. Yeah.
It's not my Boz, it's Jorbaz.
T-Boz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
Rest
in
Rest in
peace.
peace.
She's not the one who's dead.
They're all dead. I don't know.
What's up, man?
I don't know.
And Ed Nugent tweeted in that he's listening to.
Oh,
Killer
Ed
Radio.
Nugent.
Yeah.
Tech support,
Yeah,
Ed
tech,
Nugent.
Tech guy. Yeah, Ed Nugent.
Got
If the
Chili
feed
Kills
goes up,
here,
then
waiting off in the sidelines.
Tweet at him.
yeah. What's Ed Nugent's Twitter?
Hold on. After I
Never
read this
mind.
next
I
one.
should just ask like a normal
Mutton
person
chops.
to do something.
Our good buddy from last week, Joey Mulaney, tweeted in.
Oh, great.
The guy admitted they all self-completed when thinking of Zooey Deschanel. Their words, not mine.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
was
what's
that
that?
Joey?
Very
Joey?
confusing, yeah.
Joey wrote a haiku, which is great.
I think there's some heroin involved.
I want to know if Joey saw Hunger Games. It seems like something that's right up his alley. He's a reader. He's not immune to Jennifer Lawrence.
He likes teens.
He loves teens. He loves teen drama. Well, that's great. You keep the tweets coming in. Definitely tweet your friends. Tell them to tune in to Killer Radio, www.riverwestradio.com. Yeah, I'm excited for the Battle Royale, especially after last night and seeing some people. Steve Brees will be at the Battle Royale, too, on Wednesday, which is pretty exciting for me. I think that, competition brings that out in everybody. Even if like you have that attitude of like, oh, I know you say like I take the attitude of like I'm not gonna win or whatever. Like I kind of had that attitude for like the first like week after being signed up. Be like, oh, there's gonna be a ton of funny people, and then like the next week came around, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna
That
do?
inner hater in you.
Yeah,
The
I
hater's
know.
gonna hate at a competition because you go in there like, oh, these are all my friends. I don't care if I win.
Yeah, like I
somebody
feel-
has a good set. You're like, son of a, I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah, it's like you know, if Michael Jordan went on stage at a comedy competition, he'd want to win, and like he's not funny.
He'd probably
he's just like
bring
really
a baseball bat.
Yeah, he's a creepy old man with a Hitler mustache. You know, like he would go into it and try and win, which is that's what I'm saying is I want to be Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to sky. Left hand in the lane, switch to right, and just drop a few
Space
jokes
Jam
on
that
people.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. I love that your basketball reference is Space Jam.
Yeah.
That's how far away from sports Jason
Yeah.
is. That's great.
I believe I can fly.
Let's talk about sports a little bit. And,
Okay.
and
I'm out.
Yeah, no, I want you to stay.
Me and Ryan Mason, we're playing each other for 5th place in our fantasy basketball league this
but
week. So
we're trying to keep listeners. So let's just not talk about fantasy basketball.
all right.
You guys talk about sports. I'm gonna eat these chips very loudly.
No, I do want to talk to you about sports because opening day for the Milwaukee Brewers is on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a
Can't
fact
wait.
that you're going.
I am. I'm going to the bar and taking a bus. I'm getting, and it's
Which bar?
a loaded slate.
Loaded Slate. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know Rounding Third does one of those.
Yeah.
So you're doing like the full,
Yeah.
hedonistic bro experience.
Because my roommate's a hedonistic bro experience.
Yeah, awesome.
So so I'm getting into that, and I'm gonna be getting out just in time because the game, if it goes according to plan, I'll be getting out just in time to go set up Karma.
Yeah.
Sort of set up Karma, like pick up a chair and fall over.
Yeah, I can't imagine how that's gonna work, but you'll like it. So you've never been to opening day?
No, I've never been to opening day. I have been to a game though.
Yeah.
Not
it's an
the same.
experience.
No,
Was it a Cubs game?
Yeah. Have I with what?
Was it a Cubs Brewers game?
It was. I think it was the Florida, whatever the hell they
The
are.
Florida Phillies, yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
The
Is
Florida
it
Yankees.
Marlins? Is it
Yeah.
Marlins?
yeah,
Yes.
they're the
The one
Miami
that
Marlins.
yeah, now they're the Miami
Oh my
Marlins.
God.
All I remember from is Ken Griffey Jr.
I apologize.
Ken Griffey Jr..
What? Just it never happened that way. I have a feeling we're gonna get some angry tweets about we have a lot of Ken Griffey Jr. fans who listen to this show.
Man, I used to
And
like Ken Griffey Jr. baseball for
Yeah.
SNES
Yeah.
all the time.
with the home run derby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's
got a
about
lot
my
of Ken Griffey
experience.
Senior fans that listen to this show too. I want to apologize to them. And to Ken Griffey Jr.'s kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Jr. We're also
Ken
very sorry.
I can't even say his name anymore.
No.
Ken Griffey the second.
Yeah.
third.
So I love opening day. I'm not even ashamed to be like the type of person that says, drinking in a parking lot while grilling is pretty much fine with me. Like it's
Yeah.
totally cool. I've seen crazy things in that parking lot that I've never seen. It's generally, people going to the bathroom in a river, which I have seen, but it's just more fun when that river is a concrete river that people are standing in. And it's just an off day for the police too, which is kind of fun too. People will bring, and you'll love this too, Jason, is people will rent a porta potty and they'll put it in the flatbed truck that they're driving there, and then they'll charge money for people to go pee. It's fantastic.
So that seems like a very American experience.
It is. Yeah, it's a Ken Burns movie. Wait.
It's not that boring though.
No.
No, it's not as boring as that.
They picked up the porta potty at the local store.
1943, Tennessee. No, we're not going to do Ken Burns impressions because I think that if I'm not mistaken, Mark Thorpe is he's a college student who doesn't know who Ken Burns is probably. Unless he isn't, unless he's a real party animal, he might. I mean, how do you get the ladies at college these days without dropping Ken Burns?
Want to come over to my house and watch 8 hours of Ken Burns
Yeah.
documentaries?
What's up, girl? Let's go watch some Civil War.
Yo, I got Prohibition on Blu-ray. What?
The narration is so crisp.
Yeah.
It's in 3D.
Some of the other crazy things in the parking lot is people try to outdo themselves every year with what they cook too. So you'll see people like frying an entire turkey, which is just like unsafe wherever you do it. not surrounded by like vehicles.
I want to see a fried baby.
Yeah, anything really. But and also, why doesn't somebody just bring like an entire restaurant? That's what I'm looking for. Somebody to be like, well, we have this restaurant. It's kind of shabby. Let's just put it on, on wheels, and we'll just bring it.
Like they do in front of the courthouse every day.
Yeah, like that. That'd be great. Just rent a taco truck and then don't share. That's what I'm saying.
Or
We
just
brought a taco
crazy
truck.
inflation. Like, want a taco? $20.
Yeah. Oh, we got to use the restroom now? $30. So
You could set up the entire experience. First the tacos, then the bathroom.
yeah, and then
Morning after pill.
Yeah. Shakes. Let's play a song. Hopefully we have some listeners tuning in to hear the Blue Ribbon Band. This is a local band. They're going to be playing a show coming up on, I'm going to look at it again, April 14th. It's a Saturday at the old Bayview Brew House, which is now called the Down and Over, which is the new venture from the folks who brought you the Up and Under. Shouldn't have been, if it was Up and Under, it should be Down and, yeah, I guess Down Over. I'm thinking over as a directional. Down and on top of. That's my name for it. The down and on top of.
Slightly to the left.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick a song out here. I'm gonna try and do this without too much not being good at it. This is called Never Coming Back. This is by the Blue Ribbon Band, and we'll be back after a few short moments.
Now what it looks like is what you said, but I had a feeling.
And we're back. And again, that was the Blue Ribbon Band. I believe that song is called Never Coming Back. I apologize if the quality of the sound is awkward because we're still kind of learning it. So make sure that let us know how things are going. And if you're really good at tech, you can tell us why we're screwing up. Jason is obviously enjoying a cigarette, so
We got some tweets.
Eric and I are going to carry the show for the next, few moments.
We got some tweets soon.
Yeah, let's read some tweets.
Our buddy Joey Mulaney again. You guys know you have to compete against the New Girl on Fox when we start at 8. So he wants us to catch him up because he missed the first half.
He wants us to catch him up on the New Girl?
No, on the show because he's watching the New Girl.
What's happening on the New Girl? I'm missing the New Girl?
Yeah, I know. What the heck?
I do like that show for one reason and one reason only. Because it's so funny.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Mark Thorpe. He can't wait for Ken Burns presents opening day parking lot grilling.
Yeah, right on, Mark Thorpe.
That's awesome. So I guess he does know.
The first 2 days of the series are about charcoal, so that's interesting. Go ahead.
And the Daily Doodle he was from last week.
Yeah.
Letting us know that the songs were peaking out. Thanks for letting us know that we're bad at this.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how to operate the board when it comes to the music, but I promise you I will get better at this. So, keep letting us know, Daily Doodle, and if we do get it right and then you tell us that it's bad still, then I'll tell you to go home and draw a bath and drop your toaster in it. So it's nice of you to tell us what's going on. We do appreciate it. And hopefully you do have a toaster, so when we do get to that point. You got another one?
Yeah. Apparently, Joey Mulaney has nothing else to do tonight. Tweeted into the show.
I find that hard to believe.
He hated the Hunger Games. Only thing he liked was the shaky camera, Lenny Kravitz, and all the teenagers sitting by him.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know anybody liked Lenny Kravitz until then.
Something's vibing.
My friend texted me after listening to the show, and he would like everyone to know that Lisa Bonet ate no basil is a palindrome. So you got that to deal with. Now you're thinking about palindromes. To catch you up, Jason, Joey Mulaney has nothing to do. He's missing the New Girl, and Lisa Bonet ate no basil is a palindrome. So,
All right.
The Daily Doodle says, when we find the sweet level spot, put a piece of tape on the mixer board. And I'm not going to say this. I'm going to paraphrase here because he used a naughty word. But he's not buying a toaster.
Fair enough. We should say that toasters are easy to find. You can get it at Walmart, so I'm sure they've got one of those in your town.
Start a bank account.
Oh, start a bank account. Get married. That's one way to get a toaster. Probably the best way to get a toaster. A toaster that'll last a lifetime.
Unlike your love.
One love, one lifetime. What if we did singing? No, we're not going to do singing during the show. I was telling you a story about one of my experiences in the parking lot for a Brewers game. One of my favorite stories that I experienced, while attending a game was going to a game the same day as the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows book coming out. And this family that showed up, this really nice family, good Midwestern stock, hearty people, there on a cold day. And their son was in the car reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows the whole time they were grilling. They couldn't even get him outside to eat a burger, which was awesome, And I was on his side. I was like, I hate to explain this to you as a father, but you're doing a bad job. And Harry Potter's more important than baseball ever will be for your kid. So, make sure that you go home and apologize.
Yeah, because it was actually, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And there was developments. Yeah, things happened.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just...
I'm sorry, I was thinking of Hunger Games again. I just forgot. I forgot that things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing I saw in the parking lot, I know I'm just telling stories about being in a parking lot, but I was in this parking lot once, and there was a guy who ripped part of his pants, like maybe like halfway up his pant leg, doing whatever. He was drunk and he was a bro, and he was, it was either a feat of strength.
Milwaukee, you're delicious.
A feat of strength or of folly. I'm not really sure what it was, but he ripped his pant leg like halfway up, and then he proceeded to rip the entire pant leg off. So he had one pant leg and then one, like underwear pant leg. So that was really exciting for me because he decided that, no, man, just going to go into the game. I was like, they're not going to let you in. They won't let you into a game with like one pant and then nude right leg.
But
like
the
that won't
bravado,
work.
the audacity
I
of that
love
guy.
it, yeah. I was like, wait, good for you, You not only are you going to take the day off from work, you're going to take the day off from being a human.
From pants.
Yeah.
You're going to take the day off from pants.
From half pants. I like that that's, like, is that a solution for everything? Like, oh, man, I got a thread coming out of this shirt. Guess it's a vest. Like,
I want to hang out with that guy and keep my distance.
I think my arms are hot. These are coming off.
I guess that's Milwaukee for you, though, like, too, is that, people are, and not that everybody's going to rip their sleeves off their shirt on Friday, but, like, it doesn't matter.
That would be a proposition for River West.
Yeah. Like,
Did you vote for that?
I would vote for that. Sleeve tax. Like, if somebody paid $30 to, like, for a ticket and entrance into the parking lot and beer, they're not going home. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. Like, a train could come off the tracks and land in that parking lot, and people would be like, well, whatever, dude. Maybe it's a silver bullet time. Like, it wouldn't even be a problem.
That'd be a problem for me. But
Yeah. So wait, are you what sort of are you bringing anything special to the parking lot? Have you thought of anything yet? Do you want some
Contempt.
Yeah.
A glove? You got a glove? You bringing a glove?
Yeah, I'm bringing the emblazoned glove, the bedazzled glove that Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson glove, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna wear that. Yeah.
It's top 5 gloves for me.
Maybe a Velcro glove.
Yeah, maybe an of glove.
Yeah.
I think it might be a good thing for grilling.
Maybe just like one mitten. That'd be
yeah.
pretty cool.
Because people get like really fancy. People are they'll turn deviled eggs into something fancier than a deviled egg. I don't know what, but like they'll start to bring things out that just like don't make any sense for a windy, cold parking lot. Like that happens. People will bring like salad. Like
it doesn't seem
I
like
think salad's just a bad idea in general.
Why would you bring salad to a tailgating party? That's
Right.
just kind of the antithesis of what you're going for.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm thinking you should bring something. You should bring a
I'm gonna bring some ambrosia.
yeah, ambrosia salad. Guys, I brought all the ambrosia.
Crackers and some expensive cheese.
This
Thank
is
you,
a
sir.
watershed moment. We're gonna have our first beer on the radio show. So I like this. We're talking about the they're not twists out.
I know. I was trying to take the.
Apparently,
wrapper off.
Jason's not gonna have his first beer on the radio show.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in the at Carte Blanche yesterday. So the liquor store that I went to had Mexican beer, which is great. Do you want one?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was putting it in front of the camera, but then
Give one to the
took it
bouncer.
from my
Well, I'm
hand.
gonna drink it.
One
now.
for the bouncer, right?
Ooh, I only got 3. Oh.
He's not old enough to drink.
Yeah, he's not old enough. So if you're drinking at home, cheers to you. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this is a Killer Radio Show on
Cheers for
riverwestradio.com.
Watch the mixer. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Boom.
Yes.
riverwestradio.com. We'll be coming to you every week from 8 to 10. So if these beers really hit us, we're really going to be out of control
Yeah,
for the last hour of the show.
Loopy.
I want to say thank you again to the Blue Ribbon Band. I want to say thank you to River West Film and Video. I want to say thank you to the Cast of Killers for supporting the radio show as well. We are one arm of the Cast of Killers, but there's a lot of other members out there who help to support us, help to promote the radio show. Damon was nice enough to screw up our name in the time of when the show is and where you can find it last night on stage. So thank you to Damon. He also took about 9 texts before the show started
Yeah.
while he was hosting.
Yeah,
which was
on
good.
stage. Yeah.
On stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because
And like the 4th one, he was like, maybe I should silence my phone, but no.
Okay, because he was like, oh man, it was a good show, but they didn't seem to be like really into me. Maybe because you weren't paying attention to them.
Yeah. We should say again, I'm Ryan Mason with the Cast of Killers. I'm here with
Jason Hillman.
Eric Thorson.
And make sure you're tweeting us at Cast of Killers. So
We got a
hashtag Killer
Killer Radio.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah, I want to say
Our
that
goal was to be trending in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
by the end
someday,
of-
some way, one fine day.
yeah, like it should be pretty easy to get something trending in Milwaukee on Twitter because it'll be like Sunday and like Friday night will still be trending in Milwaukee. So like either they don't use Twitter or they were hungover Saturday and talked about Friday night. So.
Yeah, well, I don't know how Twitter works too.
And
But like,
I do not know how
if you're
Twitter
tweeting
works.
from a different location about our radio show, it might not trend in Milwaukee, right? You should still do it. I don't know how Twitter works, but
Okay. Daily Doodle wants to know why you can drink on the air but you can't say the F word, and he says, "Stay classy, MKE."
okay. Well, I can tell you why. First of all, Jason already swore at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, he did.
I did. I noticed that.
So
I wasn't gonna say
technically, we
anything,
did both. We were trying to gloss over it, but luckily, this isn't.
I'm classless.
It's not where this station eventually will be. They're hoping that eventually this will have an FM dial to it
I think
here in the
Ed was
Milwaukee
talking
area.
about how not an FM dial, but it should be like streaming on the radio too soon. you know?
Yeah.
Oh, the Shoutcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would
So
be awesome.
we just want to make sure that should we make it real big, that we do have the opportunity to perform the show, not be kicked off before
Right.
before we really hit our stride.
We keep it to a minimum. And I didn't say the F word.
No, you didn't say the F word, but you said the BS word.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And okay, well, I got this Twitter here.
Sure.
Sergio at Blah Nasty.
Okay.
He thinks that the song is really rad, and he wants to know if he can get a CD.
You know what? I don't know if you can get a CD, but you can certainly see the Blue Ribbon Band. And I would totally suggest going and seeing them live because they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They don't just have one singer; they have two singers, and they do a lot of fun covers and stuff too. They do some Led Zeppelin and some blues tracks that are pretty fun too. So if you can't go to the show at the Downed and the Down and Over, or the On Top of and Around, as I'm calling it. If I'm a mom and I'm screwing that name up, I'm calling it the On Top of and Around. You
Sounds
can
like a
also see
sexual
them
position.
at BBC on 420, which might be a fun time to see them.
Yeah.
I know you actually have a show on 420 too.
Yep. I'm in the
Not 422, 420.
420 also. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the Karma show on 420.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Because the Karma show is coming up on the 6th, and then after that, the next one would be the 20th. And yeah, I'm in that one.
But if I know the Blue Ribbon Band, they're probably playing late, so you can go to both. Make it a night of it. Make
Yeah.
a night of it. Take a cab, though. Be safe about what you're doing. But yeah, if you go to the On Top of and Around, you'll also see them. So ask them if you can get a CD. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's almost Easter, and that means my work is filling up with Easter candy. And I don't know. I hate candy. Like I don't even like. I had a bunch of cavities as a kid, and like it just like it's. I find it odd to just like eat sugar, but like I know that you eat everything, Eric. So
Everything.
what's your favorite candy?
Favorite candy? I don't know. That's tough. I like Skittles.
Okay.
And hoodies.
I'd ask Jason what his favorite candy is, but I'm assuming it's somebody who works above where you work.
Nah. Actually, I had the same experience you did. I used to love Twizzlers were my thing. Twizzlers, I love them. But I used to, in my early 20s, I kind of, during like a couple of summers when I lived in Iowa, we would do nothing but hang out all day, and I would eat Twizzlers and drink pink lemonade for like 35
That's actually
cents.
the only thing to do in Iowa.
Yeah.
So I
except
mean
to
that's
get
cool.
pregnant and smoke meth.
You couldn't do that.
Right. So, but after a while, like I bit into a gummy bear one day and my tooth cracked. Like,
no.
So I
probably
kinda,
meth.
I swore off candy for a while, but I like Mike and Ike's and I like Twizzlers, but like I get that fear every time I eat them.
Yeah.
And I have
Well-
to floss immediately afterwards, which makes me.
Yeah. It makes you like hard to be
These are
around.
delicious.
If only they made candy floss.
Oh my god.
I'd like to, whenever people ask you to, you're like, what's your favorite candy? You just want to pick like the most ridiculous candy.
Right.
Like, well, I know it's kind of strange, but I like those licorice stovepipes. Like I like
Candy cigarettes.
Yeah, candy
My
cigarettes
parents used to buy me candy cigarettes
and
all the
licorice
time.
pipes.
That's awesome.
There is a photo of me floating around wearing a He-Man shirt when I'm like 8, smoking a candy cigarette.
Yes. My parents would too. Like it was no thing, and like now, you know.
Now you smoke, and they're like, "Why do you do that?"
like I don't know. They're great. That's
Catch
funny.
you smoking. I'm gonna make you eat all of those. Yes.
I love candy cigarettes too because there was like no bones about it. It's like they don't taste like anything.
Right.
You know, they only look
They
like
taste
one
like
thing.
chalk.
Yeah, they
they
taste
do.
like chalk. And it's not like kids were buying them because they tasted good. But for some reason, I did feel like I was. I was like, these are good.
Yeah.
And they're not too overpowering.
They definitely make it cool.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely made you cool.
That's an interesting marketing ploy on behalf of the cigarette companies. Like, oh, we're gonna get them starting young.
But they always said that they were unaffiliated with it. It was just like,
Of course they said
but
that.
I was like, okay, how
Same thing with like Big League Chew and like chewing tobacco.
yeah, let me
Yeah, that's
pretend to
true.
rot my mouth.
Yeah.
yeah, I ate a lot of that too.
Bubblicious.
What would be the just like I'm trying to get off of the Big League Chew, you guys. I got
It's like
this, I
heroin,
got this
it's
gummy
hard.
patch I've been wearing.
Bubble
Just
patch.
gives it right to me. It was like Big League Chew too. You would like go through it so crazily.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if you played Little League, you're like, yeah, I got Big League Chew. Well, I couldn't afford it. Like so, like I'd never had Big League Chew. I was just like, I just sit at home and like, you know, get the scissors out with my regular gum and just kind of slice it up. You know, I had no idea what tobacco looked like. So.
I was more of a sunflower seeds guy. That's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Were you good at baseball?
No.
Or just doing all
No.
the things that made it seem like
I
you
was
were.
I was good at sitting on the bench and chewing sunflower seeds.
They're like, oh hey, seeds guy, whoa, what's going on?
No, I'm kind of like I don't know, like I like the idea of baseball, but I'm terrible at it. Like I wanted to actually get a thing going where we like all in River West just hung out and like played baseball, but like
That is a thing.
I would rather play kickball.
kickball.
Yeah.
We played
Wiffle
baseball.
ball. How about wiffle ball?
Me and a bunch
Yeah,
of
no,
guys who were
No,
Kickball.
me and a bunch of guys who were like in punk rock bands, like Gary's brother and like that crew
Oh, I'm sorry.
of
Let's
dudes.
back that
Yeah,
train up a
what?
second. You were in a punk rock band?
No. I played baseball with guys who were in a
Oh,
punk rock
okay.
band. No, I was never in a band. I was never in a band. You were, right?
Yep. Thomas Street Vandals, TSV.
Big shout out to a band that probably only existed for 2 years back in 2001, but they got a lot of fans out there. So, if you know, at TSV, that's probably like an actual thing, right? Like TSV, it's probably something else.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
You were playing
can reach
baseball
us
with
at
members of
Cast and
punk rock.
Killers.
Yeah.
If you think of a good acronym using TSV, let us know. Other than Thomas Street Vandals. Speaking of, you want to read a few tweets?
Yes. Okay. Daily Doodle says he's gonna write us a theme song, so that's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's gonna stop tweeting so much.
No,
and
don't do
he's,
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
don't
do
do that.
that.
You gotta keep tweeting. You can write the theme song
We
after
need
10.
to kill
when it's
time,
over.
dude.
Excellent.
And he's open to genre suggestions. So if you want to tweet at Daily
Rap rock.
Doodle,
What?
Rap rock.
rap rock,
New metal.
Yeah, new metal. Christian death metal would be pretty ideal. Like,
in the style of Linkin Park.
I would like to see it done. I would say that. I like either that or judging by somebody who is actively tweeting at us, like I'm assuming level of difficulty like it would be, you know, like reggae would be top. You know, like so the suggestions are reggae or
New metal.
or new metal.
grindcore.
Make it sound like The Refused.
The more it can sound like Linkin Park or reggae or something in between.
Or a combination of
Yeah.
all of those
What's
things.
funny is that would be a River West band.
Oh, yeah, it would. It'd be an ironic River West band. We should also say that that's awesome that he's suggesting you do that. But anybody can send us a song to get played as we continue to figure out how to use the board. And we want to play new music from people in Milwaukee, just to highlight some of the people who are working hard in the city. So you can send that to. You can either tweet at us at Cast Killers, or you can get in touch with. You can find me on Facebook. That's a good way to do
Yeah,
that.
Facebook or
Or does Cats Killers have a email address?
I have Jason at cokkcomedy.com, Damon at cokkcomedy.com.
I've
I
got
don't know
one.
if you have
I have
one.
one.
I don't
I have
know.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric at cokkcomedy.com.
I just link it to my Gmail, but I'll still get it.
Yeah.
Jason
actually,
at
any,
Catskillers.com.
any artistic submissions whatsoever, we actually
Yeah.
have that up
All
there.
right,
Like, if
yeah.
you want to make us a picture, if you
Or like
want to
a
make us a
flyer
collage,
design or, anything.
anything that you think,
If you want to bake us a pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
I mean, anything really.
cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes would be great.
Yeah.
If somebody,
Actually, let me give
if
a shout out
somebody
to-
brings us cupcakes at our next show, they will get tickets to the Karma show. We'll,
Yeah.
I'll pay their way.
For sure. I'm going to give a shout out to Drea Barta
Yeah, Drea, yeah.
from the Nice Ash, one of our shows out in Waukesha, for our 2nd-year anniversary
Yeah.
party. She made us like
So good.
60-some cupcakes with
Yeah.
the logo on them all.
Yeah. And like a cake too.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
They're
She's
rotting
always
in my
baking
fridge
something
right
up.
Yeah. Yeah, Drea rules.
Yeah. She's
Um,
frightening, but she rules.
So
Yeah, scares me a little.
Yeah.
Kim M.
Okay.
Come on. She's getting excited for opening day by listening to us.
Yeah. Hashtag
Well,
Catskillers.
She called out you
Sure.
listening to Ryan, but I mean it's the three of us, Kim. Don't you know?
Yeah, I think I'm most excited for like it's the first bratwurst of the year. Like if you're somebody who loves grilling out, you're gonna eat a bratwurst, and whether you even like them or not, like it's still like refreshing to be like it's the only time a bratwurst is refreshing.
Right, yeah.
Like you're
tastes
biting into a cased meat and you're like, you know what?
This is like Sprite.
It's
Yeah.
summer.
That's actually kind of a big reason why I'm kind of excited about it. I like tailgating. I like grilling. I love food. It's just everything around it. All
Scares
leads up
you?
to that point. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just getting kind of drunk and eating a lot of really good food. And
Having to pee
Having horrible gas
constantly.
later.
Yeah. Good. We did have some other things that we were going to talk about, so let me look at the notepad. Do you want to talk about the election or the new American Pie movie or something else?
I'm excited about this new American Pie movie because I'm really excited that Jason Biggs could get out of the corner he was nakedly crying in and finally found some work.
Yeah.
I think like just waiting there with a phone by him. Just it's
like
gonna
his-
happen one day.
It's like his real high school reunion. It's like, only 2 years away to 10-year anniversary.
Right, that's like Tom Arnold waiting for True Lies 2. It's just
Yeah.
sad, but you hope it happens.
Yeah. I had a friend who was talking to me about this too, and he was like, "Are they going to just gloss over all the straight to DVD American
that's
Pie,
exactly what they're
Stifler's
doing.
brother stuff?"
Yeah.
It's like, how would they not do that?
Also, I respect Allison Hannigan because she's actually successful and managed to have a career
A
outside
couple
of
of
it.
them are really. I mean,
Name another one who's doing something.
what's his name?
Yeah, exactly.
He's in all the Paul Rudd movies.
Yeah, the one where they drink the what's it called? Role models, right?
Role models. Yeah.
Oh, Sean William Scott.
He's
He was
famous enough.
Yeah,
He's
but
famous
that
enough.
movie
He's doing all right.
still plays-
It's all Stifler.
Yeah, he still plays
Yeah.
Stifler. He's still that
That movie's
character.
funny as hell, though.
Role models? I thought that was a funny movie.
That was-
You could say hell.
I know.
With the LARPing. Oh, so
Yeah.
funny. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
that what's his name? So I don't say that Chinese dude.
Which you just did.
Ichiro.
The Asian fellow is hilarious.
Yeah, from
He's
Harold and Kumar.
Harold Kumar and The Hangover and
I don't know his name. Tweet us. Somebody tweet us.
Yeah, he's also in Community, right?
Is he?
I don't know. I don't think I watch enough Community to know that.
Wasn't he a
but he
teacher
should
in that?
be because.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh
Like,
yes,
Eric's
he
just
is in
saying
Community.
things
Yeah,
now.
but he was in Sean William Scott. The only thing I actually liked him in outside of
Role
the
models.
Stifler role was like The Rundown, which is like one of my favorite
Really?
stupid action movies
Never
ever.
saw
That
it.
movie's great.
I just figured
It's
like
so-
that was like Kangaroo Jack without a kangaroo.
No, that movie's it's really good. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. And Christopher Walken being very Walken-y.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see how he can't.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you have any thoughts about Kangaroo Jack, please get in touch with us. Does he get the jacket back in the end? I don't know. I like how I got really
Jerry
defensive
O'Connell.
of Sean William Scott. Like, he's doing okay. Like, I turned into his mom all of a sudden. He's fine. No, I don't know if I'm excited for that movie or not. I'd probably lean towards not because when it comes to, I mean, essentially those movies were gross out humor and then, arbitrary TNA for teenage boys, right? I can still get excited about the second part of that. But, like, the gross out humor, like, it's hard to do anything that hasn't been done before, you know?
Well, that's the thing, and that's when you think
Yeah.
of something like American. When those movies came out, they were basically the new Porky's, and I saw
Yeah,
American
yeah.
Pie and American Pie 2 in the theaters, and I did actually think that they were funny. But this is an obvious cash grab.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's obvious that like these guys haven't had anything to do for a decade, and they need to get them back together. The directors haven't done anything, so it's like, well, we'll try to
Sean
squeeze this.
William Scott's doing okay.
we're gonna try and squeeze as much money out of the fumes of this franchise as we possibly can, and it's obvious. And I'm literally too old for it. Like, I can't see in any way, shape, or form how this is gonna be funny to me. And now, if it turns out to be hilarious, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be like mind-blowingly funny.
That should be like a Sunday morning movie that we go see.
Absolutely, we're going to we're going to go see American Reunion.
Yeah, we'll screen it. Whatever.
Darn it!
All right, Twitter's blowing up. Can I read a couple?
Yeah,
of these?
go ahead.
Twitter's blowing
All
up.
these people are excited.
I do want to remind people to when they tweet to say hashtag Killer Radio so we can get that trending.
Good luck.
Kim M again. She said she's listening, not watching, because she feels like having the camera pointed at Ryan is too voyeuristic.
Ooh la la. You know, I put my sweatshirt back on. Anybody who's just listening.
We live in public.
FYI.
Our buddy Jason at MKE Funny said, great show. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
And he
Thank
wants
you
to
very
know why
much.
you guys took my bell away for the tweets.
Oh, I don't know. Well, Jason, I would say one good reason for that is that it was
was a bell.
incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know if
derail
you
the
noticed.
show every 4 minutes.
I don't know if you noticed from the show last time, but every time everyone was about to like drop the conversation punchline, bing.
Yeah. And we had a ton of conversation punchlines. I call them CPs.
Yeah. CP. What?
And Nicole Thorpe.
What? The whole Thorpe family is joining us.
Yeah.
At Polera the Cat. She says, I don't know what this is in reference to. She says, that is a blatant lie. Ryan played the tuba in marching band.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't a band then.
What? How did your frail little frame hold a tuba?
Yeah, how
You
did you not know that you played the tuba?
There's a lot of good stories about that, too.
You shoved it up.
I went to band camp. Yeah, I actually went to band camp and
Oh wow.
straight to DVD. But at University of Wisconsin Madison, and you stay in the dorms and stuff like that, and like every year, like clockwork, I would be at like a soccer camp the week before, and I would like break my ankle. So you can't carry a tuba around campus. So I would con my friend who was there to play the violin or drums, who just had to carry drumsticks. He had to carry it around the whole week while I was on like crutches.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Band camp
And-
and soccer camp.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of camps. A lot of camps. That probably makes you uncomfortable, huh, Jason? Oh, man. Apologies all around. Apologies
He's
all
talking
around.
about death camp.
I also I got E. coli at band camp. That is where I contracted E. coli.
Was she cute?
Yeah, and like I lost a ton of weight, so that's even better for somebody who has to carry around a heavy instrument. Like
Right.
everything in the world was pretty much against me getting any kind of laid at that point in time. Like I played the tuba, I got E. coli, I went to band camp. Like I wasn't even like trying to hide the fact that I was a loser. So I mean that was an exciting time in my life. Did you ever go to camp? Did you go to any kind of camp?
When I was 15, I went to Jesus camp.
Really?
My
Jason Hillman went to Jesus camp.
My best friend in Pennsylvania, in Ohio, his name was Tim. He was a Bible thumping like preppy guy. I don't know how we became best friends, but we became best friends.
I know.
And his mother was a like a fire breather. She hated me. She hated me so much. Like I would let them watch like satanic movies and stuff. She kicked me out of the house for a week because I said "Oh my God" once, and
Wow.
and she's like, "Don't say that." I was like, "Oh my God, not oh your God." And
How old were you, you insipid brat? Now I don't like you. I'm a nurse.
I was 15 and already I had just gotten out of Catholic school, so
You had some feelings that you were trying to feel, or what?
right. But so they were going to Jesus camp, and they were like, "You should come along," and so I went, and it was actually
You did?
really awesome. When the bus that was taking us there, 2 people got picked to ride a zip line into the actual camp because you drive in off this hill. You had to ride a zip line all the way to the bottom. So I ended up doing that, and I ended up being very blasphemous.
You weren't a little nervous that they like picked the Jewish kid to go up on the? Hey, we just gotta have you climb this ladder and ride the zip line down. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine.
I was so desperate to fit in, it didn't matter.
Really?
No, but it seemed fun, and so I was very blasphemous, and I had like a summer romance.
Really?
And smoked a lot of cigarettes, and yeah, it was a good time.
That's okay.
There's actually those really awful pictures that someone posted on my Facebook a while ago. That's
Oh
from
my
Jesus camp.
gosh. I would love to see that. That's hilarious. I never went to Jesus Camp, although at one point in time it was presented to me by my mom that we had the choice between Jesus Camp and something else, which I thought was kind of like, looking back on it, like strange that she would even give me the choice, because most people are like, you're going, you know?
Salvation or the other one?
Yeah, and she was like, well, you know, you guys, you could do basketball camp again this year, or, you know, a lot of your friends are going to this Catholic church camp. And we're like, basketball! Like, we were just into that at the time, like, more so than anything
Jesus.
else. Yeah. So
Jesus doesn't know how to hoop.
Yeah, I was like, unless Jesus got a left-handed jump shot, I don't think I'm in.
Why don't you turn water into a 3-shot?
Yeah, a 3-shot. Again, you are terrible at sports.
3-point shot is what I meant.
3-shot.
The Miami Phillies. Go ahead.
Shout out to Deborah Mason. She's now following at Cast of Killers.
Boom.
She has a Twitter?
I guess so.
That can't be real.
It doesn't have a picture yet, so maybe she created it.
Maybe she created it just for that.
And Joey Mulaney says John Cho was Harold. Kim Jong is on Community, and he's trying to be not surprised that Jason thinks all Asians look alike.
It's Kenny Jeong, isn't it? I don't know. Well, thanks.
I'm not sure.
Thanks, Joey, for really sticking up for.
Yeah, he's our stat guy. Thanks for looking that up for
well,
us.
I was gonna say he's our Asian guy because I know that Joey is.
Leave me alone. Go do some math. I love you, Joey.
We talked about American Pie. Let's hit the elections a little bit. You did vote or you didn't vote?
Did not.
Did not vote.
No.
Okay, so there was an election today.
So you hate America.
In
Yes.
Wisconsin. It was the Wisconsin primary, Republican primary, and then there was also like some circuit court judge stuff here in Milwaukee County. A lot of boring stuff, really.
Yeah.
River West had no like props on the board for any new like things going on, which we
Right.
thought was kind of like a missed opportunity.
I thought our official bird could be PBR.
Yeah. We were thinking. What were some of the things that you were thinking?
I think that a River West proposition would be mandatory compost piles and rain barrels.
Sure,
Yes, yeah.
mandatory rain barrels. You say that as a joke, but like that, I could totally see that
Yeah,
happening.
absolutely.
Or like, we want to have chicken coops. We don't want to put chickens in them because we don't think that's fair.
I would
like
like
that's
to-
what I'm thinking.
I would like to introduce legislation that requires every basement in River West to have a crappy jam band.
yeah.
Yeah.
My friends live right across the street from like a band that plays in a, and you know all the bands that practice in a basement, they have the same thing. They have like the foam on the sides of the walls that you can see through the windows.
Yeah.
Like the sound foam that doesn't work. You know, they're just like, you know, your basement went from being like leaky and like gross to like, you know, having foam that's leaky and gross in it, so the walls are slightly closer to you. Like, and that's just disgusting.
When I lived on Chambers and Bremen, I lived right next door to some band that practiced all the time. And what was great about them is like for 10 minutes they'd be great.
Yeah.
And they would drag it out for another 3 hours. Why don't you play that same guitar riff again, Buckaroo? Come on.
Yeah, what other props? Yeah, a TP tax, maybe.
TP tax.
TP tax would probably be a good thing. We should say that there's a TP here in River West for the Occupy movement.
Yeah.
And we get mentioned in the Occupy movement nationally because
Really?
like any town that actually has like an ongoing Occupy movement gets mentioned in it.
They've been there over 100 days.
Okay.
But like I'm not really sure like if people are actually there actively.
There are, yeah.
100% of the time. And you think there are?
I think there are.
Yeah, there are. They have fires in that teepee.
Probably
But
that.
are they
have
there
a wood
100%
stove.
of the time, or are they going home and showering?
I think that I talked to
that's
somebody.
just out of the question.
yeah,
yeah,
you can't shower and fight tyranny at the same time. That's
I
totally
talked to somebody
contradictory.
that the cops come and like there's like a vagrancy law where you're not allowed to sleep like outside.
Oh, come on, just leave that park alone.
Yeah,
Come on, cops.
Because the cops go there like every night and they make sure that everybody's out of there by a certain time.
Oh, so they can't sleep there?
No.
They have nothing
I don't
better
know.
to do.
This isn't funny.
But
More power to them, though. Like, I don't have any problem with people like actually doing that. Like,
Anyone else feel the tone?
yeah, like we just got confused about the Occupy movement. What do you got to sleep there? Or, what? That makes a lot of sense.
It's the
there's a lot
Occupy
of-
occasionally movement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of banks on Locust Street too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Did you see they're organizing a bike ride to the NATO meetings?
in Chicago,
Yeah.
that got moved. It got moved to Camp David or something like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably
the
because they knew
G7,
that there's
yeah.
going to be like 900,000
Yeah.
people there protesting.
Rahm Emanuel just like snapped his fingers and like, oh, guess what? We're not doing that. Sounds like a total lose-lose.
Yeah.
we were talking earlier this week, and again, I'll reset. This is Killer Radio on riverwestradio.com. We're coming to you live from River West, obviously, and we'll be here from 8 to 10 every Tuesday, premiering music from some local artists and talking to you about the Cast Killers Comedy Collective and some of the events that are coming up.
And all the nonsense that's fit to print.
Yeah,
And fielding your tweets.
Yeah, and fielding your tweets.
That sounds so dirty.
Yeah. Do you got any right now, or he's reloading, refreshing? While he does that, we were talking about giving plasma.
Mm-hmm.
You would. I've never done it, and Jason has
used to
been
be
down
my-
and out.
That was like my sole source of income for a number of years, and
Steve Breeze nods knowingly. You've never done it? Wow, you look like you've done it.
I remember one time I gave plasma, and I got out of there because you have to drink a lot of water. You have to keep yourself hydrated. What else you
I
gonna
know.
pass out?
Yeah, but the world needs TVs.
Yeah. Actually, Ryan Lowe used to have a joke about that. It was
I'm
kind
sure
of like a
he did.
Soylent Green thing. It's like, wait, you never know what they do with plasma. Plasma TVs are people.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I remember I left one time and I was like, I'm gonna go to Cold Stone and get some ice cream. And as I walked in, all of a sudden everything turned white, and I'm standing in line and I started getting wobbly. And then I went to the bathroom and passed out for like 15 seconds on the floor of,
my
of a
God.
Cold Stone creamery.
That's hilarious. And then you got out and you're like, birthday cake surprise.
Strawberry banana rendezvous.
That's awesome.
But,
Well, ice cream's probably the right thing for you at that point, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It was an interesting experience. I got a lot of reading done. There was definitely a lot of interesting people.
Sure.
One of the person I went with to go give plasma occasionally picked up somebody at a plasma joint.
Nice. Nice.
Fond du Lac. That
Come
was
here
hilarious.
often.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, if you got any blood left, you want to shake it over to my place?
My favorite was always the people that would lack the self-awareness that they were there. Like they were actually giving plasma, that they were giving their life's blood away for like $50. Like they'd stand in the corner with their friends, like, yeah, man, when I get out of here, I'm gonna go get my hustle on. I'm gonna go get this done, dude. I'm gonna get my hustle on.
Flip this blood.
You are getting hustled, buddy, by the
Oh, yeah.
biomedical community.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, people seem to be confident about it. Like I don't think I've ever talked to somebody, outside of yourself and like people who are reformed plasma givers. Like anybody who's
I'm
in it is
recovering
just kind of
plasma
like,
donor.
Yeah, like it's a thing I do, and
Your brother does, right?
Yep, my brother definitely does.
Yeah.
But he thinks that's
I
like
think he spends it
normal.
on the same thing I was spending it on.
College books.
Yeah. My incredibly important education.
Yeah. But they have that blood center right next to Marquette too. That's what I always think of is like, I'm sure there's a ton of college kids there who are giving blood.
But it's weird because when you're giving blood, you can pass it off as being charitable. When you give plasma, it's obviously because you're poor.
Yeah.
Right.
And you need to buy some checkers. You need to,
Nobody goes in there is like, no, this one's on me. Pro bono today.
Yeah.
Pro bono.
it's a really terrible because it hurts sometimes. See, the needle is like the size of Steve Breeze,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's a little thicker than Steve Breeze.
Oh, yeah. Seems like I'm not on mic.
I hate you. He's gonna let that
Yeah, I was
come
gonna
in
say,
there and just destroy
I was
us.
gonna say he's the bouncer. You should
Oh, you guys got
crapping on him.
jokes.
Crapping on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting thing. And then I just walked in there one day, and I had to take the physical, and I sat down and I was waiting, and I was like, you know what? I'm above this. I'm over it.
Like you walked out before you even started.
Yeah,
really?
I was like, I don't care how poor I am or how poor I get, and I've been poor in the last couple of years. Like when
The last couple minutes, I've also been
I've
poor.
been very poor. But like I would rather have $6 in my bank account than ever give plasma again.
Yeah, and the other part is that you got to ride the bus there generally. Like if you're poor
Yeah.
enough where you're giving blood, like you got to ride the bus.
Like those $2.25 are important.
Like you have to think about it. You're like,
You know how much plasma that is?
Yeah.
yeah. My brother would always tell me like I knew that he gave blood because I'd be like, "What'd you do today?" And he's like, I watched the first hour of Mr. 3000. That Bernie Mac's really funny. Like because you never finish a movie. Like just put it on television. I guess people might argue over that. Then you gotta put it on a movie. Gotta do it. You never gave blood though, right?
I was gonna give plasma, and then I did the same thing, Jason. I was in there, did the physical, and then I watched like the training video and stuff, and then I was like, we really gonna do this? Like, you know, like.
Fun
And,
fact: Eric doesn't have any blood, so that's. I mean, it would be tough for him.
I'm on Team Eric.
Yeah. Do we have any tweets coming in?
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh no, not
guy, that's
again.
the
He's
guy,
back.
Steve Breeze, hurry up, get ready.
You're on, Steve.
He's literally now turn the
The
now you
same
can turn
gentleman
the
who
computer.
interrupted us last week is here to interrupt us again. It seems.
He's giving us a very please.
Hopefully, Steve Breeze can do his job. He's shushing me. You're good now. You're
Worldwide. Worldwide.
All right.
I'm saluting him. He's
He's
bowing.
bowing to
yeah.
us.
Namaste.
He voted for Obama, obviously, which I didn't think also was affiliated
Namaste.
with the national.
So if the feed disappears, we now know why
He has a
that is
hat
going
on
to
that says
happen.
that. I'm not just saying that.
I thought you were just saying that. Okay.
No, he has a hat that says I voted for Obama.
Okay. I thought you were just assuming.
No, racist.
Casually walking away. I feel like now the next time he comes back, it's
Was
just
that his apology? He
That's-
bowed to us.
That was kind of like a good apology. I'm like waiting for him to come and throw like a cinder block through
This
here
guy's,
again.
to be honest, this guy's our biggest fan, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
He came back.
He came back.
Just like you folks who are
Steve,
still
let
listening
him
right now. The guy who interrupted our show
He's
last
just
week
misunderstood.
came back.
He's just misunderstood, you guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that recording where we just freak out for about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's back
Yeah,
for more.
that was part of what happened last week. You know, I was talking to somebody who was watching, and they're like, "Yeah, we was watching you," and then like you got really uncomfortable, and you made a weird look, and then there was a loud, crazy noise, and then we lost sight of you. So I was like, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense." Do you have any tweets?
Juana Man at
Obviously a lover of classic film.
Yeah.
UR Works bathroom.
Okay.
You have a very confusing Twitter handle. Go.
He wants to know if we're gonna play any music.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to keep talking.
Yeah,
because
I
that's
mean,
what the
we can
people
play a
wanna
song.
hear. Yeah.
We got about a half hour left, so it's probably good as
Yeah.
time as any to play another song.
We got a request for
some more tunes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this next one will be copyrighted or not, so if it is, please, whoever it
sue
is,
us.
don't sue us. Like I said, the Blue Ribbon Band also plays some covers, so I'm just going to pick one kind of at random here, and we'll see what it is. Don't sue us again. But this is the Blue Ribbon Band, and we're going to try and get the audio correct. I'm going to pick a different one. You're still with me here. I'm trying to figure out not just the board, but how to use an iPod. So, I mean, we're working on that. So just a moment. I believe this might be a cover, but that's okay. This is the Blue Ribbon Band.
Hey, mama, don't you treat me wrong. Come and love your daddy all night long, alright. Hey, hey. Alright now. Listen what I say. See the girl with the diamond ring. Oh, baby, she can shake that thing, alright. Hey, hey. Alright now. Listen what I say. Tell your mama, tell your pa, gonna send you back to Arkansas. Hey, hey. Alright now. Listen what I say.
All right, and we're back. I hope the music worked, but I'm not sure if it did. So we did get some tweets saying that maybe it didn't. We're still working on it, and if you're into the River West Radio, if you're into Killer Radio, if you're into the Blue Ribbon Band, stick with us. We're definitely going to try and keep plugging them, keep playing their music, and go out and see them. They'll be at a show just off of Kinnickinnick Avenue in Bayview, playing at the old Bayview Brew House, which is now the Down and Over, or as I'm calling it, the On Top of and Around, on Saturday, April 14th. So go and check them out. They're definitely one of the fun bands to see in the city. I saw them at Trinity. I went to Trinity on Water Street. Yeah. Not my usual haunt, but, wanted to go see the band before playing them on the radio, pick up a CD, and it was a lot of fun. And, people there were having a good time. They're the kind of band that will bring out, all kinds of crowds, like they can play the state fair, and they'll have bikers and stuff there, and they can play the Up and Under, and it'll be all 20 somethings there to have a good time. So I think that's pretty cool. That's what I hope our comedy scene is too. We want to make sure that everybody who comes out enjoys the shows too. So next show that you can definitely see folks at will be the Battle Royale at the Comedy Cafe on the 11th. I believe it starts at 7. I'm in that. Starts at 8. Get there early. My name's Ryan Mason. I'm in that. Eric Thorson is in that. Steve Breeze will be competing. Local favorite Jake Cornelli will also be there competing. Maddie Field will be competing. Jay Abundanza from Madison will be there. Super funny guy. So lots of people, and then some people I've never even heard of. And you can also check out the Battle Royale. The last heat before the finals will be at Art Bar in River West. I suppose we should plug. I don't know the exact date of that, but it's late.
26th.
It's the 26th, so it's a Thursday. It'll probably start at 8. Does it start at 7, Steve? I don't know. I keep thinking they start at 8. But that another great show. I know Tony Tudor's in that one too, so go ahead and see that. That's probably going to be funny. Nick Ledesma's on next Wednesday too. So, and if you're in it, bring the funny and don't suck unless you're going up against Eric and I.
Should I read some tweets?
Yes.
Yeah, please do.
Lay them out.
Deborah Mason at Debbie Lynn Mason. She loved.
Why don't you give your phone number out there too while you're at it, Debbie?
She loved the bit about the candy, and she paid for all of those cavities. Give your chocolate to her.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
So that's great. I don't eat candy anymore, so there's that. I can tell you that. It's probably her fault. So you earned it. You earned it.
And Joanna Man wants us to have a mini dance party at the end of the show. He dares us.
Oh!
Wow. Do you double dare us?
Well, we can all try and crowd into the corner. It might be a lap dance. I'm not really sure, but
And he said the music did work that time.
It did work that time. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a positive. That's the most positive thing. Next to Stacy Pulowski telling us we're all great.
Actually, if you could just tweet in again, Stacy, and let us know how wonderful we are.
Stacy's like, I just want you guys to know how special you are. Oh, thanks. Tell Stevie sucks.
She didn't say that.
Yeah, she didn't say that. Yeah, so that's great that our big fan came back for one and gave us a little bow. The guy who interrupted us on our first show came back, made us all nervous for 30 seconds, and then bowed out, which was kind of interesting. Probably the presence of the bike cops, maybe making themselves known over here in River West, which is, kudos to them.
There's a lot of very out of shape bike cops riding around, which is when they were going through the roster, we'll get this one. He needs it.
Yeah. I love the bike cops.
Yeah, they spend so much time at Fuel. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. If you live in River West, you could either be of the school of we're being occupied by a police force, and then, or you could live here and be I feel a little bit safer.
Yeah, those are the same people that would be screw the police, we're being occupied by the tyrannical police force until they get robbed.
Yeah, until they get robbed. So shout out to the bike cops. Good for them. Do they have a Twitter? Oh man, I hope they have a Twitter.
I don't want to go near it. Yeah,
at River West Bike Cops. Somebody's out there right now making a fake River West Bike Cops Twitter.
And we think,
I'm so tired. Going to Fuel. That'd be great. What's your Twitter, Jason?
Narcissus Moog.
that's going to be really easy for people to spell. So
NARCISMOOG.
Explain that again. You explained it to me once.
I don't know. I was feeling snarky one night, and I had just read the story of Narcissus, and I also just played Final Fantasy. So combine the two.
So you're on your way to getting laid.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Bunch of girls over at your house.
There was probably some illicit
They're
substances.
like, you should be on Twitter. Mine is, I think it's real Ryan Mason.
Yep.
Because there's another Ryan Mason, same name as me, middle name as well, Ryan Glenn Mason, and he's a Welsh soccer player who's like 20 years old and is like a millionaire.
Oh.
Who plays in like the highest league of soccer overseas. He's a jerk.
We all know your feelings about soccer.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't like him because he has my name. Yeah, so if you like Google image search my name, it's that guy that shows up, and then it's also like my Google Plus profile.
Oh, Google Plus.
Like,
I'd rather go to
here's a
MySpace.
Google Plus profile. And then there's like some wrestler who's just like tanned up, who's also apparently named Ryan Mason, like some low budget wrestler. Which
Nice.
is like great.
Good company.
That rustling you're hearing is Jason polishing off his chips from Fuel.
My Twitter is thorium90_th.
We're speaking of
Again, another really easy one to spell.
It's a
Steve
bit-
Breeze, what's your Twitter? You don't have. We're trying to help you out. You need to start.
How do you have a beanie that's so fashionable yet no Twitter?
Yeah.
He only has a Tumblr. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. You told me that you had like four like social media networks that you're still on. So you're still on MySpace, right?
I'm on MySpace.
You're on MySpace, but you don't have a Twitter. Did you hear? My mom's on Twitter. So, and she has that
Wait, what are
hat.
the other ones? You're on MySpace, Facebook.
Facebook. I have
Can I quick give a shout out to Steve Breeze and all the really hot girls he brings to the
Yeah,
shows?
yeah. Let's talk
that's
about
really
this.
cool.
So Steve Breeze, if you've never met him,
Ultimate friend zone.
Yeah.
Steve looks unassuming, not unattractive,
No.
right? But
Not unattractive.
not stop your car attractive, you know?
Well, no,
Yeah.
there is stop your car and offer him change.
Yeah,
That's attractive.
He looks a little stop your car and offer him change. But when Steve Breeze shows up to a show with a girl,
This
that
is out of
girl
love,
is
Steve.
next
Stop
to
sighing.
like 10 other girls.
Yeah.
I can't believe sometimes when Steve shows up and there's like 20 women with him, and you're just like, why
He's like
did
the Jay-Z of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like
Steve
when
Hova.
Lindsay Lohan dated that lesbian girl for a while. Because Steve looks like her.
Steve Ronson.
Yeah, Steve Mantha Ronson. That's your Twitter.
Yeah. Start it up.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
hates
no.
us and will never show up to
Yeah.
another show.
No,
After
I'm
this.
just teasing. I like to tease Steve, but like, it's more hot chicks than I can bring to a show. So,
Yeah.
namaste. I'm gonna bow to you like the wino
Steve just,
bum
like,
bowed to me.
Walks into a bar and it's like picks out like the 4 hottest chicks. Like, who's coming with me?
Like Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
You flip out and who's
He
coming
takes the
with
fish, right? Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie, I don't.
So
know.
does he.
Yeah. I don't know if that movie does that movie hold up. Have you seen that recently?
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine rewatching that.
That's Cameron Crowe, isn't it? Like, most of his movies hold up.
Really?
Yeah. Like Singles, I mean, it's dated, but it's still good. Like, he's just a good filmmaker.
I guess.
Almost Famous holds up.
Isn't Jerry? What's his name? The guy from Stand By Me, the fat kid from Stand By Me.
Oh, Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell in that movie, right? He
Yeah,
plays like.
Kangaroo Jack.
Isn't Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Kangaroo
Callback.
Jack. Yeah, a lot of Kangaroo Jack going on tonight. Yeah, Jerry O'Connell's in that, and like
Renee Zellweger.
Renee
with her
Zellweger.
little lemon face.
on that, yeah, that kid with the big head. Sure, I can see why that held up. Yeah, you had me at hello. Yeah, terrible.
Remember the Bruce Springsteen song that apparently someone had to have paid him a lot of money to make that song?
Was it an original for the movie?
Yeah.
You're a real Jerry Maguire. Yeah. Screen
It
door
was that-
slam.
It was
right.
that was a big decade for him to make cash-in songs, like that song from Philadelphia.
Yeah, is that a cash-in song though? It's probably nominated for an Oscar. That song.
No, it was only nominated for an Oscar because it was about AIDS.
Yeah, the song was. I don't know. Do you think they had to explain what AIDS was to Bruce Springsteen before he made that song? Probably. He's like, yeah, it's this movie about like the struggle of the working man. Like, no, not in a way. Yes, in a way. It's more about a communicable
Does Tom
disease.
Hanks wear a jean jacket?
Yeah, is that communicable disease black lung? No, Bruce. No, it's not. It's actually transferred sexually. Yeah, all right.
And that's a great impression of Bruce.
Clarence, you heard of this? Yeah, man. Something like that.
Joanna Man on Twitter says it's Jay Moore, not Jerry O'Connell.
No, they're both in it.
No, Jerry
they're
O'Connell
both
was
in
it?
one
Yeah.
of the people one of the people he was representing.
Yeah.
Jay Moore was the other agent who then tried to steal all of his stuff after he left. Boom!
Yeah, stop
Useless knowledge.
it. Boom. You just talked back a Twitter person. Awesome. You really showed them.
And he also says that if we do end the show with a mini dance party, his wife will make him ravioli and stop smoking cigarettes.
Ooh, what's that a euphemism for? Hey, baby, why don't you come to bed tonight and stop making ravioli?
She's
How
gonna
about
stop
that?
smoking cigarettes, huh? You gonna put up with that for 3 days?
Yeah. She's gonna put cigarettes in your ravioli. Is what that sounds like.
American Spirits ravioli.
These taste different.
Wow, your ravioli's addicting.
Yeah. I was watching.
Make me ravioli tonight, now.
I'm so irritable without my
a pasta patch.
ravioli. Yeah. I was watching Swamp People last night, which is a show on the History Channel, I
Oh,
believe.
Jerry Springer's still on?
Yeah, and it has these people who go around and killing alligators, and these like two really rednecky
I
guys
have seen that show. That's a good show.
were like getting ready to go out for a full day of killing alligators.
Yeah.
So what did they eat for breakfast to get them fired up? Cans of Chef Boyardee ravioli straight out of the can.
Wow.
Sitting on their houseboat.
That's a man's breakfast.
Hey, what's up, man?
We got a waving fan. That was a bearded
You're
guy.
Yeah, that was a
better
nice
than
beard.
anything
That was a nice
we could
solid
ever
beard.
possibly
Really
do.
solid beard.
Really solid.
Again, anytime
I'm
somebody
shamed by that
acknowledges
beard.
us and then walks past the window, I'm like counting down for a cinder block to just come through here. I don't know why. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Or like William H. Macy in Magnolia, just to drive someone to drive their car right into the glass.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, those are my jokes. Oh, we don't want to do that. Go ahead,
Oh.
Eric.
Joanna Man again says she already smokes while cooking and it sucks. So if you have any random thoughts, just tweet them at us.
Does
of
your
the
wife
show.
know you're making these deals?
I'm sorry your cooking sucks. So I don't know what she means by
Yeah,
that.
'cause you're cooking.
You basically just announced on
what
the radio
sucks?
that you hate your wife's cooking. So good luck with the.
I think he
blowjob
meant
tonight.
it sucks that she smokes while she cooks.
Not
all
that her
cooking
cooking sucks. I see.
No.
I see.
So
But
again,
it's two
just
separate tweets.
Who's,
So
who's complaining at the fact that somebody's making them a meal? You know you've been married too long when you're like, yeah, my wife's making me a delicious
you make
meal,
me a
but she's
peanut butter-
enjoying herself while she's doing
if
it.
you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I don't care if you're smoking crack. Just
Yeah.
do it.
yeah, I mean, if you go to like some restaurants, I guarantee like people are smoking in the kitchen. While
Oh
they make
yeah,
food
definitely.
anyways, so.
Like I don't know, every restaurant ever.
We're
What
just
do you want them to do?
we're just in Fuel. I guarantee that all the coffee and everything at Fuel.
Yeah, this guy's gonna go into like some restaurant and be like, okay, I want my meal, but I don't want any ranchero music to be playing back there while it's being
Yeah.
made.
Your wife
There's things
is
that just happen,
so
sir.
upset that she has to cook dinner for you that she has to smoke during it.
It stresses her out.
She's that maybe I don't know. Maybe she just had sex with a piece of pasta. I don't know. It's like,
Speaking of
All
American
ways
pie,
to go.
American pasta.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely. When's the last time somebody made you a meal, Jason? This is a tough question for you.
Oh, I'd say the last time I had dinner with anybody,
Were you cooking?
we actually we cooked it together.
Okay, all right.
That's
you make?
romantic.
What did we make? Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, stay tuned, folks. This
Yeah.
is what's called a cliffhanger.
I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna text her.
That's fun. You don't even remember. It must have been good.
It was the company that
I'm gonna
mattered.
text
Yeah.
her. What was her name?
Where's her number?
Oh my God, how do you use a phone? Forgetting everything. Gosh, I've been like doing comedy. Like it's hard to be at home and make a meal for yourself. And I'm like the kind of person who loves to cook. Like I love cooking. But my girlfriend is now a vegan,
Yeah.
so like we can't really make anything together unless it's gonna taste like nothing. So like and being out all the time doing shows, like it's hard to like actually get a cooked meal, which is like I really appreciate it more than ever now. Like when she put some ingredients into my crock pot to make pot roast for me the other day, and I was like, yes, like coming home.
The last time I had something made for me was about 3 months ago, and it was some bomb spaghetti. It was awesome.
It was bomb spaghetti.
It was very good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Pearl Harbor themed.
Yes. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Was this a date? Were you on a date?
So yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see where you're going. Did you follow it up with maybe a little Jerry Maguire?
What's up?
Liza Marie tweeted in, "We made tacos."
Thank you, Liza Marie.
Oh man, it wasn't so.
I think I made up for forgetting by
Yeah.
just talking about how awesome her spaghetti was, though.
Sure.
But since-
sure.
Let's, we could talk about our beef stroganoff, though, but we'll say that for another
Gets
time.
a little crazy. It gets a little crazy when we go into the stroganoff. Oh man, that's really funny.
It's hilarious.
I don't even think she doesn't even use her Twitter, but I like how she restarted it just
like
to that.
the universe just happened,
Yeah.
and somehow she heard that and had to chime in to let you know that you can't remember when you go on.
Right.
Excellent. Next time.
Most of the time when we eat together, we go to Whole Foods and get ridiculously large steaks, and then
Yeah.
go into steak comas
Yeah.
while watching Mad Men or something.
Sure. That's the way to watch Mad Men. I watch Mad Men too, and I will say this: hardest show to not smoke during.
Oh,
Hardest
God.
show to not drink during.
Yeah.
Hardest
show not to hate women towards.
Yeah, not
snoring.
to fornicate during. Yeah. If you're a smoker and you're trying to get through that show, let's think of that show if they edited out all the smoking.
Don Draper smokes in every scene. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So does the guy who wrote the short story.
Yeah.
He smokes in every single scene. I wish Peter Campbell would smoke so he would die.
Yeah, sure. Are you currently watching that show?
No, I'm onto the second season right now. It's right after. Well, it doesn't. I'm not. Peggy had her moment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Spoiler alert. Yeah. People have always say to watch that show, and then lately everybody has been telling me to watch Game of Thrones. Or as I like to call it, Fame of Groans.
Yeah, I'm more interested in Game of Thrones because of Peter Dinklage. I like to see a guy who's 4'3" get nominated for awards.
Sure. You should watch the Special Olympics.
That can form a complete sentence.
Yeah. Mean, first of all, to everyone. We want to apologize to all sections of society.
Yeah, I'm very
Again,
sorry.
this is Killer Radio on RiverWestRadio.com. They do not stand by any of the beliefs of the show.
Jason Hillman's opinions are his and his alone.
Yeah, they're his and his alone.
You know what's a really good show is Breaking Bad.
Sure.
Breaking Bad is the best show on TV.
I guess I would disagree with you. I tried to get through that show and it was too uncomfortable for me. I would say that probably the best show on TV is Teen Mom. No, but I do have to watch it. So I try to pretend that it's good.
Nice.
I couldn't watch Breaking Bad. It just wasn't it was too uncomfortable for me, and I couldn't enjoy it. And after a while,
It puts you in that place. Yeah,
yeah, definitely,
It's tense.
definitely. A lot of ugh, a lot of that. I didn't like. It was like going to the dentist after a while. I was like, I guess stuff's gonna happen, but whatever. Yeah, we're on the air right now.
We just voted, so
yeah.
Good for you guys.
We got a young lady walking in. What's your name?
My name's Ashley.
Ashley?
My friend is
She's
going
talking to some DVDs.
My friend is going to some problems.
Her friend is going to a potluck.
No, going through some problems right now. Lady.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Your
really?
friend is going through some lady problems.
I was wondering if you guys want to interview him so he can get it off.
Your friend is going through lady problems. Well, we only have 8 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
yeah. We
we're
had
gonna-
2
What
hours,
sort of lady
but
problems though, so we can
Is he
discuss
getting his
it at
first
least.
period?
this is
No, that's kind of
Well-
explanation. I'm not going to tell you his lady problems so you can discuss them amongst yourselves.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to talk to me.
You know what? We appreciate it, and
maybe next week.
If anybody does have any lady problems, they can go ahead and tweet them into because
we are definitely the experts.
and
Yeah.
we are experts, especially
Yes.
Steve
Judging by
Breeze,
all of our
apparently.
track records with
What'd you
women,
cook?
we are.
What did we make?
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
That's very nice. If anybody does have anything that they do want us to talk about, I think that's a healthy reminder from a local River Wester. Yeah, you can come down here and tell us live, or you can tweet at us. Unless you're a crazy wino bum who just wants to talk about being worldwide American Nazi Party, like we did have previously. But
Yeah, that was the
yeah, sure. Steve was very intimidated by him. Like, yeah, he gave you the once over.
He stares at everybody all the time.
Yeah, this is the only way that he can look at you is the 1,000-yard stare.
He is the eye at Mordor.
Yeah. The man is a hurricane.
We have to
of
throw the
trouble.
ring into his mouth.
He's got a huge mouth, though.
No, that's a good idea though. It'd be like Dear Ryan Mason, kind of like a Dear Abby thing.
Yeah.
Lady problems.
Yeah, lady problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody wants to write a segment intro for that too, go ahead. And something reggae. We already established that reggae is our mode that we're working in, or new metal.
What's a TV show that you liked? That was what was your favorite TV show that you've watched? That you followed all the way through.
Oh, The Wire, probably. I'm a big fan of The Wire.
I have the box set sitting at home. I have to get through the first.
Just
season.
take it slow, baby. Just take it slow. It's so good. Like, I mean, I'm like a competitive person too. Like, I do like some reality shows. I watch the the challenge, the Road Rules Real World Challenge.
Oh
show.
yeah, no, I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, I gamble on it too.
Yeah, he gambled. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, not only do I watch reality television, I also have a problem. So there's that. So for me, like, The Wire
I like
was
to
just,
gamble
like,
on intervention.
The Wire is like the most competitive show because like you root for characters, you really want somebody to win like all the time, which is sort of strange out of like a drama, you know, which I'm all for. Eric, you got any tweets you want to read right now? Or we?
Sure. Yeah. We only got about 4 minutes left, so if you want to get a shout out on the air, tweet us quick. We got a couple minutes, but
We had to spend 2 of those minutes dance party.
dance party. Yeah.
And I should say before this, if you want 2 tickets to the Karma Showcase on Friday, just tweet in Karma Showcase, and we will give those out.
Yeah.
We'll find you. Don't worry. And go ahead.
Liza says, not to mention anything about beef stroganoff. I don't know what that means.
It's a thing.
Our buddy at the Daily Doodle says, last week the twist ending was us cutting short because of that guy coming in. This week the twist ending is lady problems, and then the feed will cut out. Yeah.
Because she's being unreasonable.
I like that. At first I was like, oh, lady problems, like your lady problems?
That's what I thought.
I am tuning out already.
I'm sorry, you have needs?
Yeah, I was like, what? Huh?
We were just talking about
We
Mad
saw
Men.
Hunger Games. We gotta do more stuff. You got one more?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Joanna Mann's wife started boiling the water.
Oh, wow.
Ravioli.
Whoa.
So we better come through with this dance party.
Ultimate.
She's
so
gonna
if we
keep
dance,
smoking.
Yeah.
If he can prove that we're dancing, she'll stop smoking?
Yeah, she'll stop smoking
Wow.
and make him ravioli.
Are we
I think we gotta make this happen for you.
We
man.
got 2 minutes left, so let's just do a quick section of, we can't really call them plugs, but let's talk about where the Cast of Killers are going to be.
Okay.
Where will the Cast of Killers be in the coming? We already told you about the Battle Royale, which is next Wednesday, the 11th, at the Comedy Cafe.
Next Tuesday? Nice Ash?
Next Tuesday is Nice Ash. If you live in Waukesha.
Do you know who's in that one?
Yeah.
Should be a really good show. It's a fun place to go to. I've done
it's a
shows
Also
there.
Art Bar next month. Not next month, next week.
Art Bar
Next week?
in
That's
River
the
West.
second Thursday, yeah?
Yep, second Thursday is Art Bar in River West. It's an open mic, so if you're an aspiring comic, go there, sign up, and it's a great place to try doing comedy for the first time.
The crowd can be kind of weird because it's like a bar, kind of like more than a comedy room sometimes, and it's a lot of fun to battle the elements like that, and
Yeah, there's always people there.
hecklers and all that.
The other thing that I would say is
This
that
Friday, April 6th,
right?
Karma.
Yep.
We're going to have Adam Waldron and Kenny DeForest.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That is really blurry.
I should also say that. Oh, you're almost.
Okay. Can I plug Sherman Perk? Sherman
Go ahead.
Perk.
Yeah.
That's April 27th. It's the last Friday in April. It's going to be me, Joe Murphy, Jeremy J, and I think the headliner. We were talking about Andy Bolton for the headliner. We were talking about him earlier. So if you want to catch the Loch Ness Bolton.
Okay, and then the last thing that I'll say is the Cactus Club on April 18th. It's a Wednesday. I'll be there with Jay Armendonza, Ryan Holman, Tim Higgins, Chris Lay, and with Crappy Dracula, who will be playing at the end of the show.
Every time I hear that term, I keep thinking of Jason Segel in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Musical. I want to hear it.
And then just to close it out, we really appreciate anybody listening. We are going to dance party for you.
Yes,
But tell your friends about the show. We would really appreciate it for them to tune in and listen at www.riverwestradio.com. Killer Radio Show. We're going to get a Facebook page up for the show.
Yeah,
remember the cilantro.
Yes, remember the cilantro? Basil. All right, on Basil.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
I'm going to play one more track here. I'm going to play this. It probably is a cover again.
Yep. It's like the inception of copyright infringement.
Again, this is the Blue Ribbon Band.
Rock me all night long. Rock me, baby. Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long. Oh, just keep on rocking me, little girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. Till my back ain't got no bone. Roll me, baby. Roll me like a wagon wheel. Oh, won't you roll me, baby? Yeah. Roll me like a wagon wheel. Oh, little girl, oh yeah. Don't you know how good it make me feel?